Ladies and gentlemen, in today's video, I set out on an adventure, a quest if you will, to figure out why exactly Wattson is the second least picked legend in Apex right now, right behind Rampart being the least or the worst of the worst. Then coming in at number 3 would be Crypto. So bottom 3 right there, we have Wattson, we have Rampart, we have Crypto. It's no secret why these 3 are at the bottom, and we're going to explain and dig deeper into why exactly that is in this video, and we're going to be focusing on Wattson today. Wattson's due for a buff. When is it going to come? We do not know, but we're going to talk about it in this video. All right, so I came into this challenge realizing this would be a difficult task, playing Wattson the entire day. Being somebody that plays characters with mobility 99.9% of the time, I can honestly say that this was quite the learning curve. I could really tell in the beginning couple of games that I wasn't used to playing legends that couldn't escape well, so I decided to use my abilities the best that I could. Obviously the fences to lock down any doors, and then the ultimate ability to recharge any shields or protect from any grenades that were coming at me. The thing that I didn't really know how to do very well until the latter half of the games that I played a lot of games, mind you, this day, and I really couldn't get my brain wrapped around it that you can't push anything out in the open. Because if you do, you're going to be in trouble and you're going to be getting shot at by multiple people on a team at a time. Now, also during this experience, I was playing solo duos most of the time. It's a lot easier than playing solo trios because there's only 2 people you got to worry about on a team rather than 3. So I figured, why not go there? Now, I quickly realized a deciding factor in playing Wattson and why I feel like her pick rate is so low in Apex. Wattson is 110% a team-based legend. You're never going to solo queue unless you're a Wattson main primarily, and unless you are a very good Wattson, you're never going to go into solo play and you're going to be like, wow, let me 1v3 with Wattson, or let me 1v2 with Wattson, unless you're trying to prove a point, or unless you are, like I said, one of the really good Wattson players in the game. But the casual player base is not going to be that good with Wattson, and her abilities really don't cater well enough to soloing off squads if you think about it. So let's say you were using Rampart, for example. As long as you can place down one of those amped walls or whatever, it stays down and it's pretty hard to destroy. But when there's Wattson fences around and stuff like that, unless you have them in impossible spots to destroy, it's like a 1-shot, 2-shot kill to the pylon and then it goes away. So that's not very effective when you are fighting multiple people. And if one person can walk up to the fence, shoot it out, then the whole team can end up pushing you in seconds. Like I said, when we're comparing it to Rampart, at least you have the amped walls that you can put up and it takes a while to destroy them, so it's a lot harder for enemies to push you. So that's why I feel like why Wattson has fallen into this second to last least picked category right behind Crypto. You can set that drone out for a little bit and it does take a little more damage, but you get recon with that drone. You don't get any recon with Wattson. It's basically just all defensive character, and a lot of people that play Apex just want to go fast. They want to use Octane, they want to use Wraith, they want to use Pathfinder. Players of that nature, they just want to get into the game and get a lot of kills, get in a lot of fights, and win games like that. They don't want to be sitting in buildings for 99% of the game, and that's why I feel like Wattson is not picked enough, and she just doesn't do things well enough in the game. We need a big Wattson buff, and I'm almost positive we're going to get it next season. I was going to say last season because I thought we were going to get a Wattson buff last season, but I don't know, man. It's just, where is it, man? Where is the Wattson buff? And another deciding factor why I feel like solo players never pick Wattson is because you cannot push effectively. Even when you down somebody with Wattson, let's say, for example, the gameplay behind me that is a little bit sped up because I was fighting this team forever. And even when I did get that first knock, if there wasn't a jump pad on the ground here, I would have had to climb at a very awkward angle to try to get at these guys. And it's just not ideal. Wattson is not ideal for pushing teams whatsoever. Like I said, you're going to have to push out in the open sometimes. And when there is multiple people looking at you at the same time, if you don't have a team, it's just not going to be in your favor. It's going to be very tough to get at those people, and even when you get that one knock, like I said, it's going to be very tough to move forward at that angle without the other person beaming you for a lot of damage.
Attention, winner decided.
So right there, that was my first win of the day as Wattson, and I'm not going to lie, it was a struggle. It was a lot of games until I really learned how exactly I should be playing Wattson. And the fact of the matter is, that once these games went on, when I was getting into the 15 game, 20 game range, I think I played about 25 games as Wattson on this particular day right here. As the time went on, I realized how I should be playing Wattson more effectively, and very careful is the response that I would give. If anybody wants to ask me, what's your biggest tip on how to play Wattson? How would you play Wattson? Very, very carefully. You cannot make any mistakes with this legend because, like I said in the beginning, no mobility on this legend. You cannot get out of situations that you put yourself in if it's too bad of a spot. If you put yourself between multiple teams or you put yourself in a bad spot, good luck, because you are basically as good as dead at that point. So in this game that we're watching right now, this scenario that's about to go down, I'm using this rampage with the 2 to 4 times. Don't judge me too hard, but I want you guys to see how I play this situation out as Wattson and being successful towards the end. There was a little bit of luck involved, but I mean, I was proud of this. This was a Wattson play for the decade. So take a look.
I think I just took out the whole squad. I need kill leader on my own. I'm in trouble. Setting a fence. They're sending a replicator down if you need it. Recharging my shields.
Now, honestly, guys, that was probably the best Wattson play that I've ever made on this character, all right? Those were decent fences at best, decent play at best, but it was the best Wattson play of my career, so we're just going to chalk it up as that. It will probably be the best Wattson play of my career because I don't think I'll be playing her much more unless she gets that much-needed buff. And it was at this point in the game right now, if you can see the top right hand of your screen right now, 3 squads left. We have 10 kills, 3,300 damage with Wattson, and this is history. You guys are watching history in the making right now. I have never gotten a 4K badge on Wattson until right now. We have the chance to go for it, so I'm thinking in my brain, the only thing I am focused on is not getting the win, because I don't really care about that, but I mean, it would be nice, but I really don't care about that. I'm only focused on getting this 4K damage badge because we need to unlock it right here, right now. There's no other time, and we are going to see what happens right now.
Round 5. Beginning ring countdown.
Tossing a grenade.
Now, like I said, guys, the only thing on my mind right now was getting this 4K damage badge, so I decided, let's amp up this freaking rampage. Let's put the thermite grenade on it, get some extra damage, and we are super, super close at this point. There was a Kraber in play, so I didn't want to peek out too far, and let's see if we can get the 4K damage badge right here.
Warning. Ring closing.
Recharging my shields. Just topping off my shields.
So I ended up blowing the game to this Octane. Now, as a Wattson player right now, I should have been playing that building over there. I should have focused on this Octane, ran to that building, got the fences down, got set up if I could have killed this Octane. But it would have been a do or die situation. I could not have died to him. But either way, we got the 4K damage badge. I was not complaining whatsoever. And after this whole experience, and after this mind-blowing 4K damage with Wattson, I was so excited that I really didn't care. Like I said, I really didn't care that we didn't win this game. I was just happy that we got the 4K badge with Wattson. This is a success in my book. And Wattson mains, we need a buff. We need it ASAP. Let's go, Respawn. Give it to us now so Wattson can be back on top. Thank you, and have a good day.